Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin Bubble news channel. Since ETFs came out in January, a lot of people think, okay, the boom, and it has been a great show, David vs. Goliath, we're still fighting and are happy with where we are. But not a single wirehouse bank, such as Morgan Stanley, UBS, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, or Merrill Lynch. So far, no one has added Bitcoin to their system. The other ones will quickly follow once you get one with a spot Bitcoin ETF on its website. Bitcoin is now owned by 50 to 60 million Americans and has become a problem in this election year. Remember when you were on stage with me at Abundance 360? You told me you saw a price of $1 million per coin. Are you still there? A lot of people think that the Federal Reserve has handled monetary policy well over the years, which is why bad things haven't happened. Before the Federal Reserve was created in 1913, prices were fixed because the economy was based on gold. You also ran into there were booms and busts, but they didn't last long. They were gone in a week. We built up to a crash for years, and 2008 and 2009 were the worst years for that. And now we're back to having no interest rates. I also wonder what will happen when private equity and private credit put huge amounts of money into real estate and then use them to borrow more money. We can already see the effects in the buildings. And the COVID post, right, with the office move and multifamily duplex now, even in places where a lot of people have moved. So there are too many group homes in the Sunbelt. And so, I think we'll keep having problems, though hopefully nothing like 2008 and 2009. Even though I don't believe that, 0% for a long time makes people want yield, which makes them act badly. Cathie Wood is an investor from the United States. She started ARK Invest and is the founder, CEO, and Chief Information Officer, CIO. Along with Fidelity, BlackRock, and Grayscale, ARK Invest is one of the companies that can offer spot Bitcoin ETF. Cathie Wood talks about the Fed's role in keeping interest rates and inflation in check down below. After its meeting on June 11th and 12th, 2024, the Federal Reserve did not change interest rates. Since July 2023, the federal funds goal rate has stayed between 5.25% and 5.5%. The rate was raised 11 times between March 2022 and July 2023 to fight inflation. A little less inflation has happened, but the Federal Reserve has made it clear that it needs more good news before acting. The central bank said in March 2024 that rates would drop by 3/4 points by the end of the year. But that's not as certain as it used to be as time goes on. The FOMC meets 8 times a year to decide if the federal funds rate should be changed. The federal funds rate is a standard that controls overnight loans between commercial banks. The Federal Reserve Chair, Jerome Powell, leads the group of 12. They look at a number of economic factors such as inflation, jobs, and the rate of borrowing. So far in 2024, the FOMC has met 4 times but has not changed rates. This year's last meetings are on July 30th and July 31st, 2024, and September 17th and 18th. 2024, November 6th and 7th, 2024, December 17th and 18th, 2024. Rate cuts, which are usually good for the crypto market, are likely to happen at these upcoming meetings. Along with the Bitcoin ETF and the halving of Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin is predicted to skyrocket, which backs up Cathie Wood's predictions. Please take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post alerts so that you can see more videos like this. Add your thoughts, comments, and observations to the chat by writing them in the section below. Everything you do is good for the YouTube system and helps the channel grow a lot. Thanks, and have fun with the movie. At ARK, we have 4 people who work on crypto in general. One that is just for Bitcoin on-chain data. Based on those, we think we are halfway through this bull market. I also don't think we're halfway through the price rise at the end of a bull market. Prices tend to go through the roof. We don't know where that came from, but based on on-chain data, we have a strong feeling about it. Comparing them to the short 10-year past, or even a bit longer than that, that was in the middle of the bull market. It's interesting that many people think, okay, the boom since ETFs were first introduced in January, and we've done really well. It's David vs. Goliath, and we're still in the fight and very happy with where we are. Yes, but not a single big bank, we call them wirehouses, has added Bitcoin to its platform yet. That means not a single Bitcoin exchange-traded fund ETF. All of them are doing what they need to do. And I believe it will happen in the next few months. One will, but it might not be the big ones. It could be a separate RIA like LPL, they move a little faster. Okay, once you find one that has a spot Bitcoin ETF on its platform, everyone else will follow suit. You said you saw a market price of $1 million per coin. Are you still there? Yes, by 2030, yes, in 2030. So our bull case is worth more than $1.5 million. Our base is around $650,000, which means that by 2030, it will have grown by about 10 times. There are three big pieces that make it up. One is institutional, and I would put it sounds like retail distribution, but these are people who make decisions at banks like B of A and Merrill Lynch. That's one. The second is that this can be used instead of gold. We think it will take over half of the goal, which would be the gold market, especially since younger people want to spread their risk. Then there's the insurance plan. I just got back from El Salvador, where I met the top government leaders and had a great time. And they are leading the way by making it legal currency and giving their people, or showing other countries how to give their people. What a smart move. Yes, that is a great idea. What a smart move. We're going to talk about two big ideas that President Bukele is after: AI and Bitcoin. And my teacher and friend Art Laffer, who came with me on this trip, I believe is going to work with that government. It's only worth $30 billion. Do you really believe that? Wow, that's crazy. As we speak, they are going after it and are being very proactive. They are making changes to taxes that will support new ideas. That's a pretty big idea then. Take a look at that. $30 billion for El Salvador as a whole. It looks like Argentina is going this way. We talked to the economics ministers, and while they're not quite ready to go the Bitcoin route like President Bukele is, they are going that way. They've thought about it. Based on what he knew, the US really wanted to stop Bitcoin from spreading and growing. And I don't think that's possible anymore. Do you? Yes, we don't believe it's possible. It's really cool. Bitcoin, which is used in secret, got into the hands of 50 to 60 million Americans and is now a problem in this election year. To a lot of